Hi everybody, here's a little helper for lesson 4.2. In 4.1, we learned how to take an equation and actually create a line using a table of values. And now we're actually going to be kind of working backwards. We're going to be looking at a line and see if we can make the equation from that. Okay, so if we look at that line, it's definitely a straight line, and I've labeled a couple points for you. Make sure you know that there are more than 2 points on a line. Lines go on forever in both directions. The two things we need to know how to do are find the slope of the line, which we remember from previous lessons is our rate of change between x and y, and our y-intercept, okay? We'll start with the easier of the two to find, the y-intercept. The y-intercept is very easy to find on a graph. All you need to do is look to see where does our line intersect the y-axis. And we know intersect means cross or run into each other, okay? So this right here, I'm dragging my pen along the y-axis, okay? And this right here is the line that was graphed, and we can clearly see they run into each other or intersect at the point 0, 3, okay? And you're gonna know that 0 is always going to be the first number for the y-intercept because it is on the y-axis. If you look back to the graph here, this is 0, 3. Had it been up here, it would be 0, 4. If it was up here, it would be 0, 5, and so on. Okay, so your first number will always be 0. The second number is considered your y-intercept. Okay, so we can now say the y-intercept of the line shown is 3. Okay, next, the slope. To find the slope of the line, we're going to use the formula. M, which stands for slope, is our y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, also known as our change in y divided by our change in x, okay? So we do need 2 points on a line to find the slope, okay? And if we look at our graph, I've already labeled 2. One of them was negative 5, 6. And the other one was 0, 3. Okay, so now that we have 2 points, we should be able to find the slope, all right? So if we look at our formula, y2 and y1, x2 and x1, those are the numbers we're going to plug into our formula to find slope, all right? So looking at our first point, negative 5, 6, all right, that's our first point. So we refer to negative 5 as x1, and we refer to 6 as y1, okay? Our second point is 0, 3, so we refer to 0 as x2, and our 3 is y2, okay? So now all we have to do is plug those 4 numbers into the formula right here shown, okay? So slope equals, okay, our first is, drop that, our first is y2, so we're gonna go look at our numbers here, and that would be our 3. So we're gonna do 3 minus y1, which we look here is 6. Okay, so we're going to do 3 minus 6, and then in the denominator, our x2 is 0, and our x1 is negative 5. So we're going to do 0 minus negative 5. We got a double negative there. We learned that in 7th grade math, what to do for subtracting a negative, okay? All right, now we're just gonna do our simple arithmetic. 3 minus 6 is, hopefully everybody knows that's negative 3. And then we're gonna do 0 minus negative 5. Let's not get tricked there. We know that subtracting a negative really means we are adding positive 5. So 0 plus 5 is 5, okay? So we can now say our m, or our slope, is negative 3/5, okay? And since that can't be simplified, we're just going to leave it as a fraction, negative 3/5. Sorry about that camera work, all right? But that is our slope, all right? And now we can put it together into an equation. Now that we know our slope is negative 3/5, and our y-intercept came out to be 3, we can finally say that the equation of the line shown is y equals negative 3/5 x plus 3, okay? And our slope is always our coefficient, which means the number attached to x, and 3 is our constant, the number by itself. Okay, hope that was helpful.